Alright, hit it. Alright guys, we're out here with the TL. We're going to do a little bit of airing out and airing up. Now, this is connected with the app. This is the 3S. This does not come with the controller. I've had a bit of trouble with the app, as is the owner of this car. I'm actually using my girl's phone now because I couldn't get it to connect to with either my phone or an old 6S I had, but this paired up immediately, so it's pretty weird. Sometimes there is connection issues trying to pair with this app, so it'll say like connection timeout or just unknown error. Alright guys, so I'm going to see if I can give you a little bit of insight into how this controller, or I should say the app, which functions as the controller, has a little bit of issues. So if you saw, I was using my girl's phone, which was the purple LifeProof case, so you can distinguish what phones are what. This is an old 6S I have, which at one point was functioning with this system, but the other phone is nowhere around. Bluetooth is off of it, so this is only allowing to pair one device at a time, which makes sense, but the other phone is nowhere around, so this should allow us to pair with this no issues at all. Now, it does recognize every single time. It'll always recognize the manifold. So it'll say, discovering the ALP3 devices. It always knows that the 3S manifold is here, but it doesn't always connect with it. And that's my issue with this app. So let's see what happens. It's probably going to make a liar out of me and actually connect. See, no. Alright, so this is one of the errors that I'm getting frequently when trying to connect. And if I hit it again, it'll probably crash. Yep, see? Open it back up. Shows it again. Tries to connect. And it just keeps doing the same thing. So this is one of the issues with the app, is Bluetooth connectivity, crashing, the responsiveness of it. It's just could be a lot better. So let's go ahead and get this thing aired out, and I'll show you guys some functionality of the Airlift 3S with the app. I do believe we're going to do the controller in the future. I had a little bit of problems with even the app on the 3P setup on my car, so let's go ahead and try this out though, see how we go here. So do air out. She is dumped, guys. Alright guys, so we are aired out. Let's go ahead and try to get this thing aired up. Now, on some cars, like mine for example, it comes up with one hit of the preset. So like you could hit the middle button here, whole car will shoot up. It seems to be a common occurrence with cars that utilize the front bag sleeves, such as this, or some of the older TLs, the 8th gen Accords. They don't come up with the back. So the back will shoot up, but the front won't, and almost as if you have to air it up 2 separate times. That is because this is on 150 PSI setup, apparently from research, and I'll include some of these notes here. If you do have a 200 PSI setup with, say, Air Zenith air compressors that are capable of 200 PSI, a 200 PSI setup would allow the whole car to come up on one air up. This does have 2 compressors, 5-gallon tank, both Viairs, but it is 150 PSI setup, and it does have a problem getting the front all the way up, so it's almost as if you have to hit it twice. So I'll show you guys now. Let's go ahead and do an air up here from this complete air out. So got our app here. See, the rear came up. You can hear compressors. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but they're running. But as you can see, the front is still on the ground. That is because the front sleeves require a lot of air. For example, my ride height on my car is 50 psi in each bag, so 50 in each corner. It's probably about what's going to the rear of this. We're kind of going in blind because we don't have any gauges or any way of knowing what the exact air pressure is, because 3S doesn't go off of pressure. It goes off of seconds as far as how much air shoots into each corner. It does have on the manifold itself an option to put analog gauges and stuff in there, but we have yet to do that, and I'm not so sure we are going to do that, but it would help a lot with knowing where you're at and knowing what's going to each corner. But from research and seeing other people, talking to other people with these cars and similar front sleeve setups, it's usually anywhere from 125 to 200 psi in each front corner. So that's about 3 times what it takes to get into my fronts for ride height. So that's a pretty big difference, and that's what takes so much air to get these fronts up. So we do have the rear up from hitting the preset. I don't know if you guys can hear it now. The compressors are off. It is right off the pressure switch. Remember, this is 3S pressure switch. That is what starts the compressors. So what I'm going to do now, and what I found to be the most successful, is holding both of these two simultaneously, the front air ups at the same time. So I'm gonna sit down for a second and I'm gonna hit that preset and see if I can get it on camera for you guys. Yo, I hit these two right here, and we got the front up now. So there we go, guys. Car's aired up. That's just a quick overview of 3S functionality on this 4th gen Acura TL.